Welcome to my new box review. This is the first of my classic fight reviews. So this is the Mike Tyson Lennox Lewis review. Mike Tyson Lennox Lewis fought in 2002 for the IBF, WBO, WBC and Ring Magazine heavyweight titles. Yeah, this was a massively big fight. This fight should happen at least middle 90s when Tyson was still considered a decent fighter, but because obviously he went to prison in 1992, I believe, 1996, well, 95, sorry. Obviously Tyson lost a lot of his ability through obviously the jail sentence, and he can't really come back in 95. He fought mediocre people, losing to Van Holyfield twice, obviously the famous Spartan incident, and previously a 11-round knockout. But before that, he did capture the WBA and the WBC heavyweight titles. But also, as obviously many of you know, Mike Tyson was once feared as the most obviously one of the best heavyweights of all time. Ruthless aggression, his power, ferocity, his pressure, and he became undisputed heavyweight champion of the world from I think 1987 to 1990, I think. Obviously, then losing to James Buster Douglas. So. Lennox Lewis was Canadian and British, fought pretty decent people, Van Holyfield, obviously Mike Tyson, but then again, as I will get onto the review, obviously Mike Tyson was way over the hill when he fought, but then he fought obviously Van Holyfield, he lost to Hassan Radman, and then he avenged his defeat. Never fought Riddick Bowe. I think Bowe was didn't want to fight him for some reason or another. So obviously that part of it. But Lennox Lewis can be considered as a great heavyweight. He fought Vitaly Klitschko. Yeah, Lennox Lewis didn't take the fight seriously and got lucky through Klitschko's cut. But obviously, then again, obviously a win's a win. That's just a little background of the fighters, if you didn't know. So when they fought in 2002, Lennox Lewis was probably maybe in his prime, maybe coming towards the end of his career. I think he only fought a couple more times before retiring. Same with Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson was way past it by the time he had fought. Lennox Lewis, as I said, fought only a handful of people, really subpar people, just knocking them out or really struggling in the fights before knocking them out. So obviously by this point everyone knew what Tyson was like. So I think the reason why somehow Mike Tyson I rank 1 at WBC for this fight. And then again, obviously rankings, I don't know, back then I didn't really watch a lot of fights. I was quite young, so I'm not sure what the rankings were like back then, but obviously if he was ranked 1, then obviously it's to fight for the belt. So this fight was a huge deal back then because obviously the highly popular fighters in Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson, they were in different TV operators. Mike Tyson was with Showtime, Lennox Lewis HBO, and they came together, which I think is, from my recollection, I don't think that's been done before or ever since. So it was a big deal, massive purses on the line. Mike Tyson, obviously, highly popular fighter. Lennox Lewis, heavyweight champion. Obviously, stars clash. They did spar years ago when Lennox was an amateur, I think, and Mike Tyson was coming up, obviously, in the professional ranks. And Mike Tyson schooled Lennox Lewis, to my recollection. So obviously, then again, this is way different. So going into the fight, Lennox Lewis looked in really good shape. Mike Tyson, yeah, he looked in good shape, but then again, you could tell Lennox Lewis, if he dealt with Mike Tyson's power and pressure easily, then he would win this fight. Mike Tyson is extremely small compared to Lennox Lewis. The weight is different, the speed, maybe I don't know, could be as up for debate. Endurance, maybe Lennox Lewis. It's all in Lennox Lewis' favour. Maybe the power was on Mike Tyson's side, because obviously everyone knows that obviously Mike Tyson was a massive puncher, and the last thing to go is a punch. That's in my view. So as the fight started, round 1, Mike Tyson was right in his face, pressuring him, attacking him with body shots, trying over his head. The old Mike Tyson, but then I think straight away into the fight, Lennox Lewis hurt him with an uppercut, and I do believe that he did say he was hurt to his trainer in the corner break between rounds 1 and 2. So after that, you could just tell after I think the second or third round, the way that the pressure that Lennox Lewis was putting on Mike Tyson with the right hands, the jabs, the uppercuts, the hooks, it was just too much for Mike Tyson. And yeah, obviously he's got a good punch, and he would never give up. But you just tell Mike Tyson was never gonna was never competitive in this fight. So it was a mismatch eventually, and obviously as the rounds gradually went through, the same pattern appeared. Mike Tyson might throw the odd hook or big punch that might land, or he might still look like he was active to the referee, but Lennox Lewis was just punishing Mike Tyson. Obviously all the previous stuff before, Mike Tyson was saying like he always killed you and he's in his heart, all those stupid things, all those things obviously he didn't mean. He's got a family of his own, obviously everybody should know that. It's all just obviously for the hype for the fight. Obviously everyone believed in obviously make it more sellable, so obviously he was punishing him, even though obviously you can tell Mike Tyson never meant it, but it's still stupid of him to say it. Regardless if it was for sellable, sell the fight or not. So as gradually the rounds went on, I think it was round 7, Mike Tyson looked really hurt, his eyes were swollen, he was cut, you could tell he was losing stamina fast, so the end was coming for Mike Tyson. So in round 8, a big uppercut wobbled Mike Tyson, and even though he didn't go down, his knees buckled, and he basically was on the floor nearly. So the referee gave him a standing 8 count, but you could just tell Mike Tyson was done. Like I said, he was swollen, his heart was swollen, he was cut eyes, everything, and it's just sad because I'm a big fan of Mike Tyson. Yeah, obviously he's had a lot of problems in his career and his life, but I like the way he fights. And yeah, obviously he might have only fought a handful of quality opponents in his whole career, but I like the way he fought, his power, his pressure, the speed that he had. It's like one of a kind. And I was Lennox Lewis. I respect Lennox Lewis as well. He's a British fighter, obviously. I'm English, so obviously I respect Lennox Lewis, and you do have to give him respect. Yeah, he might have ducked a few people that's up for debate. Then look at Rick LeBeau, he ducked Lennox Lewis. So obviously, I give respect to Lennox Lewis. He's fought some people, good people along his career, as I said previously in the beginning of the video. So in round 8, he attacked Mike Tyson, went in for the kill with a huge right hand, floored Mike Tyson. Even though the way he hit him, kind of like dent onto him as well, so maybe his weight did push Mike Tyson down as well, could be 50-50. So he went down, you could tell by the reaction, Mike Tyson wasn't going to get up, and he got up, I think about maybe 8 or 9. No reason to get up, and the fight got called off. So obviously Lennox Lewis won by knockout in the 8th round. It was a good cemented fight. Lennox Lewis obviously was seen then as the true heavyweight champion. Obviously, even though previously I thought he was the winner over Holyfield. So after the fight, you could tell obviously they were good friends anyway. Mike Tyson didn't mean anything, obviously, thing that he said. That's just hype for the fight. So obviously, I think after that, Mike Tyson went on to fight a few other people, most notably losing to Danny Williams, a British fighter up and coming at that time, who went on to be a journeyman, and Kevin McBride. Mike Tyson should have beat both of these people, regardless of whatever happened to his skills. Obviously, that would diminish him. His power was always there, and he was always on the show, regardless of whatever happened to his skills, like I said, and he could have beat him. But obviously, Mike Tyson just needs the money, because I think he was bankrupt eventually, even though that was a ridiculous amount of money he made throughout his career. It was astonishing to hear that he actually became bankrupt. Obviously, those things happened. Don King obviously was promoter in a part of his career. Obviously, people can say what they want, and to my opinion, I think Don King did ruin Mike Tyson's career money-wise. But obviously, that's just my opinion. Lennox Lewis did go on to, I think he fought Kevin Johnson. Oh no, sorry, that was Vitaly Klitschko, my mistake. I think he went on to fight maybe one more time. I think he fought maybe Klitschko. I'm not sure, you have to obviously research that up and that. But I remember his last fight was against Klitschko. He came in massively overweight. Didn't look like the same fighter who fought Tyson. He had obviously other obligations. I think he was doing movie parts. You can just tell he just didn't really have it in him. And he got lucky with a big cut, and he obviously, a win's a win. Obviously, I said I can't really fault Lennox Lewis for that because he won. So eventually he retired as a champion. Not many people can do that, and Mike Tyson retired as obviously having a few losses on his career. Obviously, most notably the Lennox Lewis loss. Obviously, the Danny Williams and Kevin McBride. So this has been my Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson classic fights review, and shortly, over the next couple of days, I will hopefully do it to upload the Sugar Ray Leonard Thomas Hearns first fight. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next video.